Y'all, we are on our way to work, y'all. But I have not had time to make videos for a minute. So I just got finished going through Starbucks, where I used the gift card. Merry Christmas to me. And let me tell you what I've been getting lately. I've been getting matcha tea latte with raspberry. So good. I don't know if any of y'all out there have tried that, but it's so good. In this video, we want to talk about money. As y'all know, because y'all watched my 2022 goals video, I have all the goals, like about 30. I think at the time of the video it was 27, but y'all, it's now like 30, 31 goals. And so in order to tackle these goals, because you guys are my accountability partner, I'm thinking that we'll come back weekly and we'll talk about progress made weekly. If that isn't doable, we'll do it at least monthly. But right now we're going to try weekly. For the first week of the year, y'all know I was out with COVID, so nothing got accomplished. But for the second week, which was... Got my little... Dang. Okay, my planner's at work. I really want to show y'all that, but I'll insert a clip later on. So this is going to be for the week of January 10th through the 16th, okay? What we accomplished this week as far as goals go, and also as far as money goals go. Money, finances, things that we did in our lives to improve finances. And I'm just saying this because I do want everybody out there, all of you, to be mindful of those things, and then also see what you can do in your own lives to make some great financial decisions, okay? So let's use me as an example. All right, y'all, let me see. I wrote down my list. All right. First of all, y'all know I said we needed to get it together with my security system, Brinks. Trash security system. It looks like I'm going to have to do a whole lot of work to try to get them to release me from this contract. I believe that what they are doing and what they have done is unethical and just not great business practices. Like, for instance, you know how, like, if you cancel, let's say your phone service, your cell phone service early, you pay a fee. You pay a cancellation fee, a penalty fee, whatever you want to call it. It's a fee. For Brinks, they say if I want to get out of my contract, I have to buy out the contract by paying whatever I have left remaining on the contract. The thing about that is, it's like saying, like right now, if I pay $51 a month, they want me to pay $51 a month times however many months I have left. That seems to be unethical, and it should be illegal. You are asking me to pay for a service that I am trying to say I no longer want, but you're saying pay for it anyway for the rest of the service, even though we're not going to provide the service. It doesn't even make sense. Then I was like, okay, when am I out of this contract? Y'all, on this phone, I discovered that I have been with this company since 2012. 2012. How? I don't know. About, I believe she said it was 2017, or it could have been 2018, but I believe it was 2017. I upgraded my equipment. A lot of times we're upgrading the equipment. They say, well, to upgrade your equipment, it could be free, or even if you pay or whatever, it's going to amend the contract. So the contract, I believe I entered into maybe a 36-month agreement. It could have been 24 months. I don't even know right now, because one of the things I need to do is get my contract and review it. I don't remember. However, I thought that when I entered into a new contract agreement, it was my new agreement. What I discovered is no boo things. This is what they do, which I think is unethical. They have you ride out the remainder of your contract. So let's say if you had 12 months left on your old contract. So you do that 12 months or 6 months or 9 months or whatever it is that you had left. And then they tack on the new contract at the very end. So if I had 12 months and here I am thinking I'm signing up for 3 years with them, they're saying 3 years plus the 12 months. So it kind of keeps you indebted to them in perpetuity. That's what it feels like forever, right? They just keep extending this thing. So even while on the phone with her, she tries to tell me, well, your equipment is old. You really do need to upgrade your equipment. How does that look? And she says, well, the lowest I can do is a 12-month contract. So now I know, but you're saying now 12 months at the end of whenever this ends, but she told me it will end in 2024. 2 more years. That's why I was like, how is it 2 more years when I've been having problems with y'all for like 2 to 3 years already? Because they just keep adding at the end. They tack it on at the end. To get out of this, it's going to be like, find the contract, fight the contract, write the corporations, do the review. It's a lot. It's a lot. And they know it's a lot. They know that most people aren't going to do this. So that's where we are with that. So right now that I discovered how they really work, I'm not upgrading anything. We're just going to have to ride out with the old equipment forever, right? And then in the meantime, I'm going to try to see if I can have a lawyer look at it. But remember, lawyers cost money. They're not free. So we'll see what happens there. And yeah, it's something that I would have to pay because it's not like I'm suing the company Brinks for money that the lawyer will then get money from. No, I'm trying to get somebody to help me get out this contract. So in the meantime, they set up a date on February 1st for them to come by and fix the stuff that has been broken for a good 2 to 3 years now. Again. It's just ridiculous. It's such the runaround. And she told me, because I said, you know what? I've had appointments with you guys to find out on the day of the appointment was canceled, even though the day before the appointment, it was confirmed I had the appointment, right? And she says, I suggest 2 to 3 days before the appointment, you call to confirm the appointment, because what happens is we give you a date, but it really is like a tentative date. Because what the company does is they don't assign a technician to the date till 2 to 3 days before the appointment. What happens is usually 2 to 3 days before the appointment, they may not even have a technician available. But yet they tell you need to sit home for half the day waiting on somebody because they give you like this 6-hour window. So February 1st is the appointment. It's just a lot. The second thing that I did on my major list of goals is I did increase my 401k. Yay. Y'all know in 2021, the max you could do was $19,500. In 2022, it increased by 1,000. So we can now do 20,500 invested in 401k. And so I did call. One already came out. $750 already came out. That first paycheck in January. So what I did is I figured that I needed to do 20,500 minus 750 and divide that by 25 paychecks because I get paid bi-weekly. And what that gave me was $790 a paycheck. So I was doing $750 a paycheck before, and so now I increased it to $790 a paycheck, and that will give us $20,500 invested for the year. The next thing I did, y'all, I finally started working on funding an IRA. Y'all, this is not a finish. It's not finished yet because this is a multi-step process for me because I do make above I believe it's somewhere between 120 and 140 a year. I make more than that. And so I could not do a Roth IRA, which is what I want to do. I have to do what is called a backdoor Roth IRA. And we're going to have a more comprehensive video about this in the future once I get everything done. But let me just tell you what I did do so far. I opened up a traditional IRA and I opened up a Roth IRA. Those things are done. I funded $6,000 to my traditional IRA for the year 2021 because we have until we have until April 15th to fund last year's IRA, which the max you can do is $6,000. So I did that. Today, actually, the money should clear from my bank account to the traditional IRA. Then I'm going to go in again and fund another $6,000 to my traditional IRA for another $6,000 for this year of 2022. The reason why, the reason why I'm funding them both up front is because the $12,000 can go ahead and play in the market because I already have the money. If I didn't have the money, I would make it so that I set aside a certain amount every single month to automatically transfer over to the traditional. The money has to sit in my traditional IRA account for about 7 business days. So let's give it a good 2 weeks. So let's say 14 days, okay? And then once it does that, I can then do a rollover or a transfer request to transfer it from my traditional account to my Roth account. What I don't know just yet, and I need to call them on, is to keep my traditional account open, how much money needs to be in it? Like, do I have to keep money in there? Because I do know that once you open a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA, you have 90 days to fund the accounts. They don't have to be funded to the max, but I do believe I seen something where it said a minimum of $500. So I need to check on that. Like, can I transfer all of the money from the traditional to the Roth, or do I have to transfer everything minus $500 just to keep the traditional account open? So that we're making progress, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Those are the things that I did for my master list of goals that we want to achieve in 2022. In other news, the other things that I accomplished in financial moves for the year is this. I downgraded my vidIQ membership. Should have been did this. I was paying $50 a month, and I can't even sit here and tell you guys that I made $50 a month use of this application program, whatever you call it. So what I did is I downgraded to the $10 a month membership. I'm not sure at this point if that's even worth it, but we're going to take a look and see. And then if it's not, I'm going to actually cancel it altogether. But think about this, $50 a month. So I went from paying $600 a year to this to $120 a year. So I'm happy with that. It's money saved. It's money saved. And also because this is business, you do know that a percentage of it is a tax write-off. So that's a win. Right. This week, I also filled book orders twice. I've made 2 post office runs this week. So that is pretty dope, because normally it's maybe about 1 post office run a week or 1 every 2 weeks. So to do 2 in a week, that shows that things are picking up. People are out there buying books, and the people, when I say people, we know it's y'all, because don't nobody else know about me but y'all. So thank y'all so much. Y'all, I did an eye appointment because I just feel like this year is not just the year of all the goals that I told y'all. It's just the year of staying up on top of things anyway. Come to find out, I haven't had an eye exam since 2019. Y'all know, with the whole onset of COVID and everything, it's just been a little tricky. So I finally did that. But here's the thing. Normally I go in and I get contacts. What I discovered while I was there was, my insurance kind of sucks. I don't have VSP. So my insurance really is a glorified discount. It gives me like $100 off on frames or $98 off on contacts. One or the other, not both. And then it gives me a discount on my exams. Everything else I pay. The good news is, wait a minute, I talked to y'all about this already. Okay, anyways, the good news is my company does give me a nice hefty portion to fund my HSA account. But y'all know I started investing my HSA account in the market, so we really don't want to touch that. But I did have an old HSA account that isn't in the market. That's had about $3,600 hanging around on it, but they do take about $5 a month in fees and administration fees. And so I said I need to either do one or two things. I need to either roll that money over to my current HSA, or I need to start using the money. This is before I knew what my options were, right? So I had my eye appointment, and then I found out that I hadn't gotten new glasses since 2012. When I'm tired of my contacts, I be putting on them old 2012 glasses. So I said, y'all, it is time for me to get some glasses. So I got some glasses. Then I got some glasses to go over my contacts for the blue light rays special thing. And y'all, I spent about $1,100 in the eye shop going ham. I used my HSA, my old HSA, to pay for it. But in the meantime, I did do the application to roll over that money, the HSA money that's left, to my new HSA. The great benefit of that is going to be that all of that money gets to play in the market. Whereas if I would have left it where it was and I would have said, well, I want to play in the market with this money, they would have only let me play with about $2,000 because $1,000 would have had to remain in the HSA. So the better option was to roll it over. Answer me this below, because I know a lot of y'all had a lot of jobs like me. Did you guys roll over your HSAs or your FSAs or your 401ks? As for me, I never did. This is my first time rolling over anything. And my 401ks, they're still in their separate things. What have y'all done? What have y'all found the benefits of that to be outside of just having one neat, convenient place to track your money? So yeah, because now I'm trying to think if I should roll over my 401ks to, you know, what I'm working with now. Oh, the next thing I did is I followed up on my tickets to Arena Stage. I bought plays. I bought a season's worth of plays. And y'all know with COVID, plays were canceled. They were scheduled. They were doing all the things. One of the plays we were supposed to go see, Tony Stone, they actually canceled it. And therefore, I finally got around to calling them to find out what's up with the money. And what they told me is that I have $360 in my account that can be used for further plays. Now, the 360 is not just for me. It's for me and 3 of my friends. Yeah, because I think everybody paid me. Me, Donna Maria, Gwen, and Carla. And then me and Carla also bought parking passes. And so all of that money is in my account to be used in the future. Now, the last thing I did this week, which was kind of a fail. It was a fail, y'all. I paid my property taxes for my house. Y'all know that I have my escrow removed, which for me is a good thing. It's a good thing. However, I fumbled the bag. I really did. I know. We're not perfect. And the problem for me is this. I tell y'all a lot that I don't always open my mail, which you can't be doing that, girl. You cannot do that. You got to open your mail. You got to open your mail. My mail will pile up, and then I have to put it on a to-do list just to open the mail. So I finally started opening mail because it was on my to-do list, and y'all know. And what I discovered was my property tax bill. And I was like, ooh, the property taxes was due back in November. I just paid it last week, so I paid it January. I should have called them to see if they could have done anything about it. Maybe I can still call them, but I already paid it. It doesn't hurt to call and have a conversation, right? So let me do that. But in the meantime, I paid it. But let me tell y'all, I paid a penalty, and then I had to pay interest on what I didn't pay. Y'all, the penalty for paying this late was $330. Y'all, the interest for paying this late was $91. Y'all, that was an expensive price to pay for just not being on top of my business. And the crazy part about it is I have the money because every single budget, y'all see, well, you might not see because I think I might just call it savings. But what I do is I set $775 a month aside to handle taxes and insurance on the property now that I pay my own escrow. Great step. The next step is to actually pay the mess on time. What you should know, if you separated your escrow from your mortgage payment, what you should know at the very least is when are your payments due. They're usually due twice a year. As for me, they're due in November, I think May. See, I don't even know, so I need to find that out for certain. So you should know that. The other thing is that they usually do send you your bills in the mail. So open your mail, take a look at them, and then just figure out, write it in your calendars. I keep a year calendar at minimum. Write it in there when it's due so that you know you got to pay these things. Because y'all, $400 and change is a lot to pay in penalties and interest. That's crazy. That's crazy talk right there. But all is well. We learned the lesson. We're making a video about the lesson. And thank y'all for being here with me. I'm going to show y'all briefly my new system. It's at work right now. Because that has really been clutch. And that has really been helping me out. What it is, I can just say it. I purchased the Works Hard planner off of Gay Babe TV. Chad, the husband, he designed a planner that worked for him because he has been purchasing all the planners, much like myself, and he finally found a system that works. And actually, his system that works for him works for me too, because there's so many things and so many planners that I don't care about. You know, it's cute. Write down this, write down that, write down. I don't want to write down that. I just want to write down what I need to get done. And that is what his planner focuses on. And so I've been using that, and I feel like it has been helping me out. I get to take my to-do list from my post-it notes that I've been doing and keeping it organized here where I can see everything in one nice, neat place. And what I do is whatever I don't accomplish this day, I just write it over the next day. I write it over the next day. And for me, that's a good exercise because it keeps me mindful on the things that I need to do. And as I'm writing it out, it's like, can I accomplish this today? It just lets me get in rhythm with what I should be doing or what I need to do or what I would like to do. So that's what I've been doing. That is it, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Talk to y'all in another video. Until next time, peace. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment.